Hey guys, welcome to this week's Demo to Dreams. We're actually in Fawn Trail neighborhood in Mustang, and I'm going to meet with Joya Stearman here, the homeowner, and she's going to go over what she's going to do with the house, and then you guys stick around and hang on to the end. We're trying to have viewers help us pick different colors and different tiles and different things going into the house, so hang around and check it out with us. So Joy, tell me a little bit about the floors, because I know you've had a little bit of a debacle with the floors.
We did. You know,
they look awesome though.
They are so fantastic, but it was a huge process. So this was the color of the floors before, and this is a bamboo, but it's a solid bamboo. And if at all you can keep something and make it beautiful, I like to do that. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes that's not an option.
Well, that was just so dark.
Oh my gosh. It was horribly dark. It was too dark, and it made the whole house seem really dark. So we stripped those down. We had some issues. We had some stain colors that didn't quite work, but
how much did you get done the first time when you realized the color wasn't right?
The whole thing.
Oh my goodness.
The whole thing was finished. The guys that came in and did it, they weren't the greatest. So our contractor, Antonio, he has Tough Construction here in Yukon.
Mm-hmm.
He's been fantastic. He's been our right hand. And so he fired that crew and got a really good floor company to come in and re-strip the floors again, because it was
so they had to literally go back in and re-strip it all.
They had to go back in, sand everything down again. It set us back a few days, but it was
worth it.
It was worth it. It was absolutely worth it.
I mean, that is unbelievable.
This is a beautiful, beautiful color, and we tried out different colors on it, and we ended up with this, which I absolutely love. It's natural, it looks rustic, it fits the style of the house, kind of that cottage feel.
Yeah, is that a particular stain color?
This is actually a process where we kept the natural wood. So
they just stripped it down and then
they stripped it down.
The top of it, I guess.
And what happens is when you put a sealant on it, it usually will make the wood darker.
Right.
They did a different process on this where it was a dual process. It was a little bit more expensive, but like I said, it was worth it because it kept the total natural feel of it. Sometimes when you put the sealant on it, it turns like a yellow or a red, and it did not do that.
No, it looks really good.
It's just beautiful.
Seems like that's what most people in our last video where we asked them, it seems like that was what everybody was saying, go natural. And
exactly. I think everybody liked the light the best, so that's what we tried to go with. We've tried to use the viewer's input.
I can't remember the last time I've even been in a brand new home that had wood this dark. I know that was a big deal in the 90s.
It was, and it had its time, just like everything, but things are going lighter, and so we tried to go with the modern trends.
Right. Well, that looks really amazing. It's amazing the difference. It's all covered now, but when it gets uncovered, it's going to be awesome to see.
It's going to be gorgeous.
Well, why don't you kind of show me what you've done in the bathrooms? Because I know both the bathrooms, since I was here last, there's been a lot. Y'all tore them up pretty much.
Absolutely. So. We've ripped them out. Come on and I'll show you.
Okay, so I noticed in both the bathrooms, or the bathrooms downstairs, you've done new tub in here.
We've demoed all of the bathrooms, and then we did a new tub in here. This will have obviously new tile. And with every construction project, no matter what, when you watch all the shows on TV, they always have some major dilemma. We've had our share. We haven't really aired a lot of it, but we've certainly had our share. But one of the things that we did notice is we put the tub in, the new tub, and it overlaps the door.
So how much bigger is that tub than the other tub?
It's a couple inches, but it's just the way that it's made. So our solution is, you move the door. You either get a different tub or you move the door, but the tub's already there, so we're just going to move the door over, which like I said,
be a big deal.
Not at all. It's not a big deal.
So in this bathroom, what do you plan on doing with the cabinets in here? Because I know in the master, you did all new cabinets. The master, we did all new cabinets. Or new vanity, basically.
This one we're going to strip down and paint, and it'll have new tops and all new faucets and sinks and all that kind of stuff. This one is kind of an interesting tub because you have that window right in the middle.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is right in the middle.
It is. We'll just strip the privacy film off of it and redo the privacy film, so if you're showering in there, you can still have some light, but no one will be able to see you when you're showering. Right. So the process of picking tile and flooring and things like that are kind of the next thing on our list.
Yeah, so you still got your tile in here, the shower tile or the tub tile,
right?
And then your paint colors.
We do have some paint colors picked out, and I'll show you some upstairs. Those are going to be the ones that we use for most of the house, other than accent colors.
Gotcha.
So they're very neutral. A little lighter color, you know, they did green on this, which I like, but this room, the paint was kind of that faux paint. Remember when that was in style 20 years ago or 30 years ago? And so it'll be a lot lighter, and we'll probably do a two-tone in here.
What do you think with the crown molding up here? Will you leave that? Or?
We will. I usually paint the ceilings in a flat paint, and I usually go a little bit lighter than the wall paint. It just gives it a little bit a different depth.
Right.
And so we will probably do that same thing. That trim around there, if I keep some dark wood trim, that'll stay dark. If not, we'll paint that white.
Gotcha.
So it'll look nice. It'll look nice.
Yeah, and then in here, you ripped out everything pretty much.
Everything in here has been ripped out. Everything's been ripped out. I do still have wallpaper on the wall. They have not textured those because I would like, if I can find some wallpaper. Okay, so years ago, wallpaper used to be the cheapest thing in the world to do. I mean, it was like you'd move into a house, and if you rented a house, you'd wallpaper because it was so cheap.
You know, you got to think too the art of hanging wallpaper, because we talked about this the other day, like, you know, because I've worked for so many home builders over the years, and in the 90s, all the builders did wallpaper, kitchen and bathrooms. I'm like, what happened to all the wallpaper people? Because nobody's been doing it in years.
They haven't. So luckily, I know how to hang wallpaper because I used to do it every time we moved into a house.
That's a lot of work there.
So it is a lot of work, and it's a lot of work to strip it off. So anytime you have to strip off wallpaper, which you have to retexture because underneath there is not textured, I would still like to use some wallpaper if I can find, and the bold prints are coming back in wallpaper. But you know, you hate to go too bold, because if you do, sure as the world, someone is not gonna like it. So
my wife just put in our utility room, put kind of a pink wallpaper, and it has cheetahs all over it.
That's what's popular. I'm telling you, the bolder and the crazier the wallpaper is, it's popular.
Yeah, people
but
like
not everybody's gonna love that. So in this bathroom, yes, we had a new vanity built. You'll remember from the previous videos, the vanity came around here. There was 2 sinks, but this was really unusable area here. We built the new vanity and pushing that back. So obviously that light will be moved because that's not gonna be needed right there. So we'll have 2 lights up here and a nice mirror.
Oh, that's gonna make it feel so much bigger in here.
It will.
Because it really just did feel closed off, and like you said, you couldn't even use the makeup corner really.
No, really what you're getting is the same amount of usable space, but you have so much more footage here. It's just not going to feel crowded like it did. It felt so crowded. Another thing that we are doing in here, I think I've talked about in the past, is we are going to put a barn door over this because it opened up into the shower. That can't be. That just makes it feel way too crowded.
Right.
But all of this bathroom area here has totally been ripped out. There'll be a huge soaker tub in here. And then the shower will feel so much more open. We made it bigger. And then we also will have a glass panel here and then a glass panel here. We did go ahead and put the pony wall in. We were gonna keep it totally open, but it just made the plumbing a little bit more
Well, we even
to put in
talked
that
about
way.
where on the house you guys did on Elm.
Right.
And we were talking about that, like, you know, and I've seen this in Texas. I've not seen it in Oklahoma a ton, but where they make the whole showers, the tubs in the shower,
It's like a shower area. But we were going to do that with this, and then we kind of decided to go this route instead. It's the same kind of thing, except for you do have the pony wall here. But yes, I have done that before, and I did it it seems like I did it before anybody was doing it because people were like,
yeah, because I mean, well, it's been a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and I've just now really kind of started seeing it.
Yeah, trend in here. Oklahoma kind of trends later than the East Coast and the West Coast.
Well, and I
but-
think also, and I've seen this over 30 years in the business, like some things never make it to us.
Right.
Like they'll die
Which that's
out.
good that
before-
some things don't make
exactly.
it to us.
Yeah, exactly. So, but okay, I guess you want to go check out the kitchen?
Yeah. All right, so in here, you remember we had the glass cabinet that hung down,
Oh, yeah.
and so all that's been demoed and ripped out. The ceilings and stuff will be repaired and everything will be fixed. You won't be able to ever tell it was here.
Isn't
This
that
will be trimmed out.
crazy how much that just opened this up? Like,
And
I mean,
even
it's
though it was
unbelievable.
glass, and I almost kept it, and I'm so glad that I didn't, because it just, yeah, it feels so much more open. And one of the things that you're probably feeling, because it feels a lot more open than the last time you were here, is now this has been cut down. So this was bar
yeah.
height. Just the bar height cabinets are just not something that people use as much
I
as
remember
they
us
used
talking
to.
about that because, yeah, it was probably what, that high?
Exactly. So it closed it off. This opens it so much more, and then it'll also be so much more usable space here. Before you had, this, and then you had the bar, the overhang. We'll still have an overhang so that you can put chairs on the other side, but it just opens the whole thing up now. And
It
just
really does.
makes it seem
So what are you
much
thinking
larger.
on the flooring? I know, because I mean, that had the brick.
You can kind of see a little bit of the remnants of some of the brick
yeah,
in here.
almost like right here.
Yeah, that brick was not easy to get off, so they're still gonna have to do some floor prep on this.
So this will all be tile.
This will be tile. I have not picked the tile yet, but this tile, whatever we use in the kitchen, will come all the way through. I'm definitely a fan of one of those that has the tile flowing without change. I think they had brick in here and then a different tile in there, and it breaks it up so much.
Yeah, that stuff was thick.
It was really thick. I have some of the brick here. I am not opposed to using some brick just because it has that cottage feel to it.
Right.
So this was what was on there, but the problem with it is it was spaced out about an inch, and so that grout, I would hate it living here. I like the look of it, but it just would not feel clean.
Right.
So
No, and I think that's one reason you do such a good job at this, because you do think about what's this place going to be like when you're living here. A lot of these houses you do this with, you end up staying in them.
we do.
So.
I usually fall in love with them, and I think that's why we have such success on the houses that we do, is because I always think, okay, I may end up living there, so what do I want to do with this? What do I want to do with that? And I usually do them how I would want them to live, to live there. So I'm not planning on moving in here, but I am so in love with this house. It's going to be so pretty.
So on cabinet colors,
I have some cabinet colors. I love the greens. The greens are really in style right now. Blues never go out of style. Those are always in style. So it's probably gonna be a blue or a green. So I have a few of those picked out.
have you already picked your countertops yet? Or?
I have not. And I kind of did this backwards because a lot of the things we're doing, we've just kind of whatever Antonia's crew could do at the time. Like the floors usually would be one of the last things we
Right.
did. And I usually, so
But if you
we've
got
done
them there
things a
and they're
little
able to
backwards.
work right now,
Right. You want them to work when they can.
yeah, get it
'Cause-
done.
But one of the things we did do in here is center island was where the cooktop was. We took that out. So the stove will now be over here. It just made more sense to me to have it over here, and then the stove will have, the ovens in it. It's a really nice combo that we got. But
Which will give more storage for here too.
it gives more storage, and then you still have, when you're cooking, you still have this area for prep. It was not very usable before because it had a huge cooktop in it, but you had to have the downdraft. So
Yeah, I mean, you really didn't. I mean, you literally had a foot of island, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that was a really smart move. So
I think so too. I think people will like that better. And then all these will be sanded down. Anything that needs to be rebuilt will be rebuilt. And we did do some revisions and some rebuild over here. He'll be making some more cabinet doors. We've got some cabinet doors missing. It will not look all wonky like it does now.
right. So,
All those hinges will be replaced, all the knobs and everything. You won't be able to tell that they're the same cabinets at all.
are you gonna leave
But-
the pot rack?
Oh, isn't it lovely? No. But you know what? I'll leave it in the garage. If someone wants to put it back up, they're more than welcome to do that.
And you go through Wichita Falls, there's this giant overpass off every time I go around. My knees start wobbling fine, but it's like, it just kind of freaks me out. Oh yeah.
I don't know if we've shown it, but yeah, this is a cedar closet.
Well, they even had leftover.
They did. We had our guys finish it off a little bit, and they'll have to do a little bit more trim, but whatever flooring we do up here. And that's another thing that we've been discussing is in these bedrooms doing carpet. I know people don't want carpet, but when you have kids playing on the floor, carpet is so nice. Yeah.
I think carpet in the bedrooms is good. I think a lot of people like it in the bedrooms. They just don't like it in the house.
And you know, one of the other things that people don't realize, and if you're kind of a new family and never lived in a 2-story house before, is that it can be loud downstairs. That carpet and that carpet pad really helps cushion that noise when you've got kids up here jumping around. I love this little room. This is so adorable. I think this would make the cutest little playroom with the bookshelves.
On the little nook.
And yeah, so these were wood color before, like downstairs, and now we've got this painted the white.
This will be the wall color?
This will be the wall color, except in rooms where we do accent walls. And this is the exact color that I did in my house. And I really like it because you can hang any color with it. It can pull a little bit gray if you like the gray.
What is the name of the color? Do you remember?
I will give that to Allison. So. And in this room, you really can't see it. And you know, we talked earlier about the difference in the ceiling. This ceiling is flat. You really don't notice it, but it gives it a little bit more depth. And it's about 2 shades lighter than the walls, and you cannot tell it.
You can't. Well, and maybe when the lights get up, you'll be able to really tell the difference in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let me, before we get out of this room, just for people that don't know, what is the purpose of a cedar closet?
Oh, cedar closets are wonderful for storing your clothing. It keeps moths and pests out. And so this closet would be perfect for your off-season clothes.
Like the storage
closet. And probably most people are not going to use this as a bedroom. You could use it as a bedroom. It's going to be, because it has the closet, it'll be listed as a bedroom. But, it'd make a cute little bedroom. But if you don't use it as a bedroom, that's an extra closet to just hang your
and then that things. Also goes to all the attic storage too. So depending on how many kids you have, it could be a great kids room.
And if you don't have kids, this is going to make a great office for someone.
Oh, for sure. This would be the upstairs bathroom.
Yes.
So
this is the full bathroom upstairs. And there's 2.5 bathrooms downstairs, but this one's kind of gonna be your kids' or your secondary bathroom up here. Of course, we put a new tub. This is the same tub we have downstairs, and you can see how wide it is. It's pretty wide.
Yeah, at least you didn't have to move it over.
Right, and they painted this the same color as the trim. We will pick a really cool vanity top for this and a bathroom color. We have not picked the colors in the bathroom yet.
I forgot how big this room was.
Yeah,
they're really good size, aren't they?
So one of the things we're going to do, these doors, the doors were all in really good shape, but you can see when they're painted white, they look a little plain. So there's a little trick to make them really look a lot fancier, and it's just A6 trim around it, and it makes it look more like a panel door. So we will be doing that to the doors.
That'll really dress that up. It is crazy what those, and people will see after we do it what we're talking about. Like, I have a lot of home builders that I work with that do it, and it just changes the whole look of the house.
I mean, and there's several ways you can do it. You can do it double, single, you can put beadboard behind it. There's a lot of different things you can do to it. But that's one of the things that we'll be doing to these doors. But
I mean, this room's just so big, So this is one of the upstairs bedrooms. It's just huge. It feels huge, really.
It is, and it has a nice sized closet. It's not a walk-in, but it's very spacious for a second.
It's almost as long as the room. It is really as long as the room.
And then these little cute built-ins are just so adorable. You put some cushions on there, and the kids can sit there and read and get the natural light.
In Oklahoma, you might get somebody to use this as a deer blind.
You might. Somebody asked me if we could put a zip line in. One of the vendors was like, you should put a zip line in. I'm like, oh, and jump out this window?
Then go across the creek.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the neighbors will love it.
Well, the nice thing is the neighbors can't see you back here. You can do
that's
whatever
true.
you want to.
That's true. Nobody can really see you.
So this is another thing we did in here was put this little area.
So there was nothing here before, correct? Like there was nothing here?
Nothing. So I added a little bar sink and drink fridge. That way you don't have to go downstairs if you want to grab your, your drinks and things like
well,
that.
and somebody could even put a little microwave, have their popcorn. Like you could make this, this could be so many different things. But it could be a little movie room too.
It could, it definitely could be. We talked about, I think it was the first video, whether or not we should make this into 2 rooms.
Kind of a debate on whether or not to make another bedroom back here.
And ultimately we decided to leave it open so that people could do whatever they wanted to with it. You still could, if a person wanted to make it another room, it would be so easy to just wall this off and make this another room back here. I don't know why you would need another room. This house is so spacious, but if you did, I mean, it would not be difficult to do. And so the rooms that we don't do carpet in will have LVP, which stands for luxury vinyl plank. That is so durable, waterproof.
So you think about doing that in here?
Yes. Yeah.
Which, if it's going to be a big playroom, if it ends up being like, that's the perfect stuff to have in there.
Right. And you can
and plus there's lots of storage up here too. Like
there
you have
is
more storage. So.
Yeah, this house has an abundance of storage.
Yeah, it's
You should not
crazy.
need any more storage than what this house provides. This is a mud bench. Before we had cabinets here, which are handy, but this room has so many cabinets anyway.
Man, that turned out so nice. Though.
I love it.
You made it big too. Like
yeah, and it still has, storage up top. It has storage down underneath the bottom for the shoes. And so we had this made, and we'll have the nice coat hooks up here. And I'm probably going to leave the cabinets over here a wood color. And then this will be a totally different color.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know, it'll look awesome.
And then you still have your you remember they used to do these all the time. I couldn't take it out because I still love those. They're pretty nostalgic. So.
Well, I think a lot of people still use them.
I still use mine.
And people don't know this is an ironing board.
Yeah.
So that pops down. So, which I think most people would know, but younger people might not know this. So.
No, I don't think younger people even iron anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
They're pretty much wash and go.
Yeah. Well, and then of course you got the half bath here, but
this is another one that I'm going to wallpaper. I am for sure going to wallpaper this one. Check this out.
that's like vintage.
It is.
So with the birdhouses.
That's right.
No, but back in the day, like that was, everybody was like, oh my God, they would have been in this house going, I love your wallpaper. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so you got to redo that whole.
And I will do something kind of funky in there, just funky
kind of
and
off the wall.
funky and fun, yeah.
So Joy, this is amazing. Like I noticed it when I pulled in here, like you guys literally have redone the entire bridge.
That bridge was pretty unstable. The sides were falling off, so we concreted everything. This is going to be really cute when it's done. It's going to have the crossbars on it, and so it's functional, but also going
You're
to
going to pretty it up,
really,
pretty the sides up and stuff. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cute.
Well,
So.
this would have had to be a pretty good chunk of your budget too, I would think. I mean, I know
it took some out of it for sure, but
because it
needed to be done, and then we didn't have to do the wood on the sides, but I wanted it, so. I just think it will look so cute coming up to the house to have the little bridge that you go over. So
yeah, well, and it'll probably save at some point somebody from running off the bridge.
Probably.
Hey Joy, thanks so much for giving us a tour today and showing us around the house. I just know it's going to turn out awesome. I'm so excited about it. So we'll catch you guys on the next video, which won't be too long, so keep on the lookout for it.